What's up guys, Vincent is here. On today's video I'm going to take a look to layer split in Roland FANTOM. Actually, it's a very easy feature but super useful, and I realized there's still some people who are still struggling how to use it, so I decided to make a video for it. But before I start, I would like to ask you to support my channel with like and subscribe. You can also support me with thanks and join bottom. Okay, let's start it. On my screen, as you can see, you can go for any initial scene. For this video, I'm gonna take 5 sounds on the first 5 zones. So for the first zone, I would like to bring a bass sound. So I go to bass sound and I press bass. Okay, let's go to E bass and try some sound. And yeah, we can try one of my favorite sounds, phaser one, okay? But as you can see right now, these phaser sounds activated through all my entire keyboard. Look, I just want it only on this section, so I need to limit this bass sound up to this part of my keyboard. So layer split helped me to do so. So I go back to zone view, and here I can set the low end or high end for my zone 1. So in this case, we need to limit the high end for my bass sound to F3. So I set the high end, hold shift, and I press F3. So as you can see, my bass sound limited only in this area. And here, as you can see, we got no sound. That's cool. Let's move to the second zone. For the second sound, I would like to go for a synth sound. Let's bring... Oh, what's happened there? Okay, we still have the zone 1. Okay, so we go to the second zone. And I select the synth sound. Let's bring what we got there. Okay, that's nice. Let's take one of my favorite ones. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I like it. So, in this case, for the synth sounds, again, it's activated all on my entire keyboard, but I only need it from here up to the end. So I need to limit the low end for my synth sounds. Again, I go to the zone view. This time I select the low end and hold shift and I press C5. So right now, zone 2 limited to this area only up to the end of the keyboard. No sound here. Okay, that's cool. You can also adjust the pitch bands or octave for the second zone. In order to do so, hold shift and press your second zone. So you will be here and you can go to different zones and adjust the octave for your sounds. You may increase 0, -1. So I would like to stay on -1. So as you can see, I changed the octave shift for the second zone only on this section of my keyboard. Okay, let's move to the zone view. Up to here, we got a bass, here, nothing here, and the synth sound here. Let's move to the third zone. I would like to bring a synth pad for it. So let's move to synth pad and take a pad, for example. Okay, we got the pads. Wow. Wow. Let's have this sound, zone 1, which is my bass sound, with the third zone. Wow. Let's bring the third zone, the second zone, which is my synth sound. But as you can see right now, the synth, the pad sound that we got for the third zone, this pad, again, it's activated all my entire keyboard. I would like to have the third zone with my bass sounds from F3 up to the left side. So I want to limit it to this section of my keyboard. Again, I will select the high end for my third zone. I hold shift and I select F3. Again, as you can see, the third zone limited into this area only. So my first zone and the third zone are activated here. And the second zone is gonna be works only here. Okay, nice. Let's bring a guitar sound for the fourth zone. So I go for the fourth zone here, okay? And let's turn off the others. And go to the guitar sound and go to E guitar and try some sounds here. Okay, nice. This delay guitar is nice. And let's add arpeggio to it. So let's move back to zone view again. As you can see, the arpeggio activated on zone 1 right now. So I turn it off and I bring it to zone 4. And I turn on my arpeggio bottom here on the left side. Okay, you see it? Yeah, that works. Yeah, so let's exit and bring zone 1 and zone 3 together. Yeah, that's nice. But I would like to have this arpeggio limited only in this area of my keyboard. So I need to adjust the low end and the high end for my arpeggios. So I go for the low end for the fourth zone. So I press shift, hold shift, and I press F3. And then I go for the high end for my arpeggio, and I hold shift and I press C5 here. So as you can see, my fourth zone only limited in this area of my keyboard as it appears on my screen there. So if I go there, I got no sound for the fourth zone, but here I have the sounding for my guitar. So I can have zone 1, zone 3, and zone 4 together. Let's add a string to it. Okay, let's bring the zone 5 and go to strings and bring strings 2, for example, which is one of my favorites one. Right now, strings 2 activated all my keyboard, so I don't want it here. So let's limit it from F3 up to the end of my keyboard. So I set the low end, I hold shift, I press F3. Now zone 5 not working here, but working here, okay? Right now, let's bring the zone 1, zone 3, and zone 4 together. Okay, let's bring down the strings a little. And then, at the same time, you can use your synth load. So I got my arpeggio here at the middle. So as you can see, you can do a lot of stuffs with layer splits, so you don't need to switch between sounds. You can have them all together on your keyboard. And don't forget, when you reach to your desired setup, press right button and go to scene and save your scene. Otherwise, you're gonna lose all your setups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me any comments if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer them. Take care and have a good one. Bye.